What's up, my Golden Squad? This is the Golden Gamer here, and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing our very first top 5 on this channel, and we're going to be doing our top 5 favorite Five Nights at Freddy's characters. This was suggested to me by a couple of my friends, Big C Gaming or Carter, and also, of course, my friend Dominic or Nick Rick Games. So please subscribe to him. He's at 161 subscribers. And hopefully he can go even farther. Let's hopefully get me to a good amount of subscribers as well. So if you guys are new, hit the like button, subscribe, and without further ado, let us get started on this top 5 video. And I am excited to do it. I'm ready for it. It's gonna be fun. And without further ado, let us get started. At number 5 in our top 5 Five Nights at Freddy's characters is Nightmare Freddy. Now, Nightmare Freddy is a very, very cool animatronic. I love his design. Just the fact that he's like a mashed up Freddy character is just very cool. All the Freddys have many different cool designs. The original Freddy is very cool. The Toy Freddy is like the glossy version of Freddy. Phantom Freddy, of course, is basically the ghost version of Freddy, and that's very cool as well. But in my opinion, I just like Nightmare Freddy the most out of all of them. Because it's just like Nightmare Freddy, he's just ripped to shreds. He's just broken in a sense. There's, even in the image that I'm going to be showing on the screen, he's got like a ripped torso with the freckles around him, and it's very cool how that happens. He's got the ripped torso, he's got the ripped ear, even the ripped hat up the top. Got the claws on his hands, and they're all just really cool. I love the freckles that are just sticking out of him in the design. I love the freckles in general. They're just cool. I love using Nightmare Freddy as well in Five Nights at Freddy's World, and if you have not seen my playthrough of Five Nights at Freddy's World, check that out because I am currently having a blast doing it. I've gotten a lot of characters, and Nightmare Freddy is one of those characters, and I love using him in the game. Freckles is probably my favorite attack to ever exist in Five Nights at Freddy's World, and yeah, Nightmare Freddy is just cool in itself. You got the freckles on him, just the rip part of it, the fact that he's like the first animatronic to show up in FNAF 4 is very interesting as well. Just the fact that the game mechanic is that, hey, the freckles show up on your bed. You gotta shine the flashlight on them to get rid of them. Same with Nightmare Freddy in Ultimate Custom Night. The freckles will show up in your office, and if you don't get rid of those freckles, Nightmare Freddy shows up and kills you. I like that factor. It's nice that you gotta be able to do a little more stuff to get rid of Nightmare Freddy. You gotta get rid of those freckles instead of just having to deal with him himself. And I just like that fact. So yeah, Nightmare Freddy at number 5. At number 4, we have got the Marionette, or the puppet, or whatever you want to call him. I refer to him as the puppet, or the Marionette, one of those two. He is my number 4. And I just love the design of Marionette, and I love the character Marionette. The backstory of Marionette's cool. I love the fact that Marionette's like one of the only human-based animatronics. Besides like Balloon Boy, JJ, some of those characters. Marionette's kind of like one of the only human-based characters. He's got that humanist-esque design. I like the fact that he's got like the mask with like the crying tears to symbolize like a crying child or something like that. Very cool as well. Like just the fact that it's always just smiling in that creepy smile is amazing. I love that. Just the white outlines and all that on the sides for the white stripes, the buttons on it. The whole design of Marionette is just cool. I love it, and it is absolutely amazing. Marionette in Ultimate Custom Night is cool. I love Marionette in every game that he's been in as well. The fact that he's a different character from all of them because he's a constant character that you have to deal with. In Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you have to constantly deal with him. while you having to deal with all these other animatronics coming at you. You gotta deal with the withered animatronics, the toy animatronics. You gotta deal with Balloon Boy and JJ and Mangle and all those other characters. Every time, he's just there. He's there on the side. You gotta wind up that music box or you're automatically dead. And I love that about Marionette. He just shows up. You can't do anything to stop him except for when you wind up the music box. And I just love that. And Marionette's designs is cool. I love him in all the games he's been in. I love the character design. I love the character gimmick. I love all of it about Marionette. He's just a very, very cool character. That is why he is my number 4. And number 3, as I talked about with Marionette, we've got another character who kind of resembles Marionette in some way. A character who kind of based themselves off Marionette in the newer games in Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. And if you have no idea who I'm talking about now, it's Ennard, or Ennard. And I just love Ennard. He's a cool character, just the fact that the wires coming out of him is just cool. All the wires, like, sticking out of him is just a cool design, a great design, and the fact that he's just a combination of all the other Sister Location characters. When all else fails, the Sister Location characters are trying to find a way to get you to trust them. Trying to find a way to get you to the scooping room, to become one of them. And they're unable to do it for so long, but when all else fails, they turn into Ennard. They combine together, they all turn to Ennard, and I absolutely love that. Ennard is just a very cool character. The mask on him resembles Marionette, and that's what I just talked about as well. How he resembles Marionette, the mask on top almost looks like Marionette. And even the fact that the mask isn't even a full mask, it's the 3-part mask. And then there's just this extra piece of the mask that's been taken off, replacing itself with the wires and the eye of Marionette. Even on the left side, where the eye is closed, is just amazing. And even different, Ennard is a completely different character from some of the other ones, in a sense that he's not an endoskeleton. He's not like an endoskeleton at all. He's just a bunch of wires. He doesn't have the same endoskeleton body, doesn't have the same suit that all the other animatronics have. He's just a lot of wires, and that is what I love about him. Just the fact that he's different from all the other characters, how he's like a final boss of Sister Location. When all else fails, they turn to this, they turn to Ennard, and there's no way for you to stop him. In Sister Location, when they all turn to Ennard, you fail every time, except for when you go into the secret ending piece for Sister Location, when you have to fight Ennard in, like, the style of Five Nights at Freddy's 1, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, all those type of things. And that just makes it really cool. Makes Ennard an even cooler character than he already is. So, Ennard at number 3. And at number 2, you're going to start to see a little pattern with my characters as we get into the later characters. We've talked about Nightmare Freddy, we've talked about Marionette, Ennard, and now number 2, Springtrap. Now, as you can tell by all the characters I've basically referenced, except for Nightmare Freddy so far, I like those oddball characters. I like the characters that are different from all the stereotypical ones, like different from the Freddy, the Bonnie, the Chica, the Foxy, the mainline characters. I like those characters that are just off on the side, the characters that have the interesting story, the interesting design, the different embodiment when it comes to the characters, and Springtrap is no exception. Springtrap is, again, another cool character based off of William Afton, the purple guy. And I just love that fact. The fact that he is the purple guy in an animatronic suit. He's just been rotting there for so long. And I love that. Just the design of him, like, chef's kiss to that. That's amazing. Amazing design. Just the green all around it. The tears in the green suit. The tear in the top of the ear. Like, just the complete left ear is just gone. The right ear's got tears in it. And it's just cool. You can see a little bit of the wiring everywhere. And Springtrap is just a very cool character. It doesn't even have any feet. It doesn't even have any padded feet with the suit in it. It is just the endoskeleton feet. And the fact that Springtrap has that, the fact that he's an animatronic, but he's also just parts of an endoskeleton that are being shown, just makes it a lot better. I love that with Springtrap. The only downside to Springtrap for me is in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. How he's the only character that kills you. Again, I still love Springtrap for that. He's still my number 2 on this list. And I love the fact that he is a character that is just cool in many ways. I feel like, though, it's a different design when it comes to he's the only character that can kill you, and the phantoms stun you pretty much. Make it so you can't really win if you get jump scared by those phantoms. And again, I love Springtrap, he's very cool. I think it would have been nice to have the phantoms get their own jump scare game over screen. But again, I like Springtrap. The fact that he just shows up everywhere, you gotta use the audio lure or something like that, whatever in the world it is in FNAF 3 to get rid of him. And all of that is just a cool aspect of Springtrap. Again, in Ultimate Custom Night, he's another character that goes to the vents, like Ennard does in Ultimate Custom Night. And that's another cool piece. The FNAF World version of Springtrap is also just extremely cool. And I just love it. I love Springtrap. That's why he's my number 2 on this list. Now we go into number 1. And if you know me and you know my channel, you will see this coming. You will see who in the world this is. It is no exception. The mascot of my channel. The one, the only, cryptic Golden Freddy. Of course. How could I not put Golden Freddy at number 1? He's the only animatronic that really can fit in number 1. In my FNAF tier list video, he was the only character at the very top tier. I made a tier just for Golden Freddy, because he is that good in my opinion. And again, these are all my opinion, so you guys don't have to agree with me on who your favorite character is. In fact, if you want to, comment in the comment section below. Who is your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's character? Mine's Golden Freddy. Who is yours? Let me know. But yeah, Golden Freddy is just a cool character. In Five Nights at Freddy's 1, he was just this character that nobody knew about. He was just there. He was a glitch in the system. A character that wasn't even meant to be there for a little bit of the time. He was there, but then when he shows up, your game's just gone. He shows up, and you're dead. You have no way of stopping him in FNAF 1, or even in FNAF 2 with his withered design. I'll pull that one up on the screen as well. Both of those designs of Golden Freddy are also, in my opinion, very cool. I like the original Golden Freddy design, where he's slumped over, his head's turned to the side. Sure, he's like Freddy in the sense that he's got the bow tie, he's got the bow tie, he's got the top hat, he's got all the design of Freddy. But he's just a yellow version of that. And even in FNAF 2, he's the broken version of Freddy, the broken Golden Freddy. The wires coming out of him, the top hat that is connected to all of the wires around it. The fact that he's got a microphone in his hand for both the FNAF 1 and the FNAF 2 design just makes it so that this is really a Freddy. This is really Freddy, and this is really a different version of him. And I love that. And the fact that in FNAF 1 he was unstoppable, there was no way for you to survive him. If you came across him on your screen, you had no way of surviving. Unless I'm mistaken, if not, then yeah, if I'm wrong, comment down this comment section below how you get rid of him, because I've never come across a situation where I've been able to get rid of Golden Freddy in FNAF 1 or FNAF 2. So, let me know if there's ever a situation where you've been able to do that. But yeah, Golden Freddy, again, great design, great backstory in the sense that he's just slumped over. He's not an endoskeleton. He doesn't have an endoskeleton. He's always in the suit mode, because there's the endoskeleton mode and the suit mode. And he's always in the suit mode. He's never in the, I don't know which mode it is, but he's always in one of the modes. He can't transition into it, so he's always just slumped over. He's always just there. He can't move. But then he just shows up in your office, and there's, according to me right now, according to what I know, there's nothing you can do about it. And I just love that about Golden Freddy. He's just this unbeatable character. This character that has been there from the beginning, and at the time, there was no way that you could beat him. Unless I'm wrong, then in that case, you guys can let me know how you beat him in FNAF 1 and FNAF 2. But then in not Sister Location, my bad. In Ultimate Custom Night, you can beat him. You gotta throw the Freddy mask on, which again, is interesting, seeing as you have to throw on a Freddy mask to stop Golden Freddy. Again, a very cool aspect of Golden Freddy. His FNAF world design is amazing. Just the fact that all the FNAF characters have their own little thing that makes them move. They move at the time. Freddy bounces, Bonnie plays the guitar. The only thing about Golden Freddy that moves, his eyes just blink. His eyes just move forward and back. And that's it. He doesn't move. And that is just amazing. I love that about Golden Freddy. I love everything about Golden Freddy. This character is, in my opinion, the best that Scott Cawthon has made. Again, you guys can let me know who your favorite character is, because this is mine. Golden Freddy is my favorite character. That is why he's my number 1 on this list. And that'll do it for this video. I went through all my top 5. I discussed how cool all the characters are, and if you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments below. If you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments below who your favorite is. You can even list your top 5. It doesn't matter. You can list me your top 5. You can list me your favorite, top 3. Doesn't matter what you do. You can put down in the comment section below what your favorite characters are from Five Nights at Freddy's. All I can say though is that every single character that Scott Cawthon's made has been absolutely amazing. And I love all the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's. But these were just my all-time favorites. The characters, at least for right now, that have given me the opportunity to love FNAF even more. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can become a part of the Golden Squad. I'm now going to be uploading 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week if I ever get the chance to. So it'll either be 2 times a week or 3 times a week, depending on my schedule. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Have an awesome day, and stay golden.